Hello everybody and welcome back to Crusader Kings 3, where I don't want to spend quite as long as last episode on this, where I spent the whole episode on it, but I did want to discuss a little bit what I'm thinking right now about the power trough that we're currently sitting in. Now, I believe that there should be a power trough. I want to be clear there. When you switch over to feudalism, that should create upheaval. That said, in Crusader Kings 2, one of the ways it did this was by having your vassals not immediately switch over with you, and then there was an opinion penalty for having tribal vassals. That's an interesting way of doing it, and I think perhaps a slightly better way. And of course, in Crusader Kings 2, also your troops were slightly better, as well as there being more options for succession. In Crusader Kings 2, yes, you could not immediately go for primogeniture. That is absolutely correct. However, there were some reasonable options, such as Tanistry, that you could go for relatively early on that don't exist in CK3. And these things, taken together, end up meaning that the power trough, while it still exists, is a little smoother than in CK3. Now, I think it's maybe a little too smooth in CK2. I think that this is the right direction. I think they've taken it maybe slightly too far. I don't know what the actual answer is. And, I mean, I think it was way worse before you imported in your level 2 buildings. I think it was way, way worse before then. So don't get me wrong, they're making improvements. I think it's still just a little bit too much. But that's enough of that for right now. We did manage to get this idiot over here to white piece for no real reason. So, there's that. For now, we're going to work on banking up money again because we spent a bunch of money on white piecing over here. So, that's something we're going to need to do. I do wish there was a way for feudal rulers... Oh, we can ransom some prisoners. And we are absolutely going to do that. And we can demand a payment here. We're going to do that too. But as I was saying, I wish there was a way that we could convert prestige. Maybe once we achieve the living legend, if we could convert prestige and spend it on particular vassals to convince them to give us a payment or something. Kind of like the way that the hooks work. Maybe you could get a hook for prestige and then use the hook to get gold. That could be an interesting way to do it. Regardless, we're at 423 gold right now. How much do we need to build this? 400. So let us begin our castle construction over here to make ourselves more powerful. Now, because of this power trough, we do expect that we are going to be potentially losing some land here. Maybe our vassals will be able to keep expanding. But, like, the Byzantines, they're going to be a bit of a problem. We should definitely think about, actually, covering this power gap by marrying off to someone who is still tribal with a good number of troops. Maybe even the Byzantines. Can we arrange a betrothal with him? Maybe. Do you have a sister, perhaps? No, he does not. Just a sibling, a brother. Do we have a female child currently? We do. We do. Fascinating. We would need to ransom her, and how much would she want? For 31 gold, she would not accept. We don't have 125 gold. Okay. Regardless, finding a good ally would be a good way to cover this power vacuum that we've got right now. And it would have to be an out-of-realm ally, because otherwise we cannot call them in. So that's something we definitely need to think about. Our holding taxes are 8.5%. Is collecting taxes more attractive now? I think we're still more interested in getting development. Our current development cap is way, way above our development, so I think we definitely need to work on that for right now. Okay. This castle will be done in about 3 years. We're also going to be able to start researching early medieval innovations in about 15 months, which is going to be a big, big deal for us. We absolutely need to consider that. Hang on, we have this daughter. She is already betrothed to the Prince of Bohemia. If we break this betrothal, the king would lose 30 opinion of us. Maybe that's okay, though. Are we currently pregnant? No, we are not. Yeah, I still think bringing back this daughter would be ideal. She's a vassal in the Khanate of Sweden. We could attempt to sway her, but I don't think that's too useful. We can get a stewardship lifestyle, and we definitely will. I think we're going to grab War Profiteer for right now, since the Crusade is still ongoing, and we're actually kind of losing the Crusade right now. What's going on there, anyway? Yeah, the attackers have numbers on us. We aren't really in a position to be able to defend that. If we lose that one county, I'm not concerned. We'll get it back eventually. We can ransom this person. Which we will. It's only 11 gold. But we'll take it. We're currently gaining 10.7 gold per month. That's great. And we're probably going to go detailed ledgers next. But we definitely need to be working on our finances. So this city over here, we definitely want to be... Let's see, this is just pure cash. This is cash and development growth, as is this. What exactly is the difference between these two? Let's look at the guilds here. 1.7 per month and 40% development growth, compared to the trade port, which is 1.7 per month and 40% development growth. The upgrade cost is exactly the same, of 742. I guess guild halls are only for inland locations, and trade ports can be on coastal locations. And if that's the case, then we should probably prefer a trade port, but I would think that a trade port would be slightly better than a guild hall. I don't know, that strikes me as odd. Regardless, we don't really want to be building up our buildings in these locations just yet. Oh, there's another pregnancy going on. That's okay. We don't want to be building in this holding just yet, because what do we actually get from this guy? He's a mayor. Let's go into our vassals here, and we'll find him here. Yeah, look at that. He's only giving us a 22% contribution. We would rather upgrade the things that we hold personally. And we can't upgrade this barony, so perhaps we should think about upgrading this temple. Now, here we could build monasteries, which would give us control growth. We don't actually care about control, though. That's fine. Anything that gives us development. No. There's nothing that gives us development. So we're probably most interested in pure cash here. This gives our realm light cavalry damage and pursuit, which is fascinating. But these logging camps here, that does give us development growth, ultimately. So we probably want to start doing that, and this will also eventually pay for itself. Very, very eventually. And then what do we want in the other slots? Perhaps these temple and city holdings should be focused purely on cash. And then the baronies can be focused primarily on military. Yeah, that's an option. If that's the case, then we definitely go for forestry here. And then we probably also go for hunting grounds and monasteries. Okay, we'll get that started. So that should be fine. We're being raided. That's normal. Yeah, this war is not going so well at this point. Indeed. As I said, though, we're not really in a position to fight this crusade off, and this is the only location that we'll end up losing, so I don't care about the outcome of that crusade. Losing that county is a solid whatever. What we're more interested in is consolidating our personal power in these 5 counties here. That is what we're most interested in right now, and by doing that, that will allow us to assert external power. So that is the goal. These guys are... Oh, I see. She just took this county. Well, I mean, we're going to take it away from her, but not right now. We could potentially change our succession off of Confederate partition just to regular partition. We would need hereditary rule for that. Let's see here. We're 3 months away from getting the early medieval era, and hereditary rule would be here. That also gives us 5% prestige, not that we care that much about that. 10% development growth for coinage. That would be really solid. Levy size. Yeah, there's a lot of good things here. We'll have to take a look once they're available and see what things are spreading in from neighbors. And what we want to fascinate. What does this guy like? He is a charismatic negotiator. He is a forwarder. He's wheezing, he's a drunkard, and he's a famous reveler. I've heard that he appreciates feats of war. We do need a new marshal, and we absolutely want to go with whoever our highest skill is to organize our levies. We need the largest levies at all possible right now. He didn't like it. I'm kind of surprised. Okay. I guess that's fine. So let's see here. This will be done building in a while, so we probably do want to build over here next. And again, I think that we should absolutely be going for pure cold cash and development growth when possible in our city holdings. So, given these options, I think that we definitely go for the small harbor here, which we'll be able to get in just a couple of months. Excellent. Can we exit this? No, we're not the war leader. Fair enough. Our culture has joined the early medieval era. New innovations are available. It auto-fascinated the household soldiers innovation. I'm not sure if that's what we want to go for. I mean, that is pretty powerful if you can afford those men-at-arms, which we kind of can't right now. I feel like what we're most interested in... Just checking to see if any of these... If any of our neighbors have any of these. I feel like we're pretty far ahead at this point, though. Okay. I feel like we go for coinage. 10% development growth in the whole realm would be really solid. I think that would be amazing. And then after that, we could go for hereditary rule, royal prerogative, things like that. Okay. So now our fascinations are going again. That's a big, big deal for us. We only have access to 5,400 troops, which is not great, to be sure. And I do want to start construction on the trade port over here, just as soon as we can. Somebody left the war, but that's irrelevant. That war is going to be lost. Yeah, they were just dying. They're okay. So yeah, I definitely want to get that built. That is top priority. Reduced by -6% due to low county control. Yeah, I mean, we're working on our county control. That's fine. Do we have our court chaplain doing anything? We don't. We should probably... No, I don't want to fabricate. I want to convert faith. There we go. Excellent. Yeah, you can see here that this is pretty much just our troops. So this war is going to be lost. We don't care. It's irrelevant. The only thing that matters for us right now is getting our personal holdings online. That is all we care about. Because hashtag feudalism. Our development is going to grow here. We're currently at 12, and over here we're at 13, so we're definitely catching up. That's fantastic. Development in our capital is coming up. I want to check in on our construction progress over here. 11 months left. That's fine. We do want to build a duchy building here soon enough, and the question is, what one do we want to go for? Flat 20% levy size is hard to pass up. I mean, this gives you stats. Someone died leaving Lotharingia to be claimed by the holiest warrior. Okay. I mean, it's going to be the Catholics. They're going to get it. But I'm more interested in this over here. So we have these stat options. I feel like... Independent realm capital plus 20%. And then capital duchy is also a thing. Yeah, I feel like royal armories is absolutely what we should go for. 20% additional levy is very hard to pass up. So yeah, I think that is the plan. I want to check to see... children are lacking guardians. That's fine. Can I imprison any of these people? That would be awful nice. Actually, no, it's an act of tyranny. How about you? Act of tyranny. Yeah, that's pretty much going to be the case. Yeah. Fair enough. I don't expect too much over there for now. But we want to get these additional buildings constructed. Get that sweet, sweet monthly income going up. Make use of this war profiteer while we can, because we are going to end up losing the Kingdom of Lotharingia. We are not the war leader, though. The war leader is the Khan of Sweden. awkwardly enough. And he barely has any troops right now, so it's to be expected. But hey, we got this castle building. We have some structures building in each of these locations. That's a really good start. And from that, we'll be able to start rebuilding our men-at-arms. And it does bear noting that Household Soldiers is really good. You can recruit armored horsemen, mangonels, early medieval era fortification buildings, military buildings. Yeah. That'll all be quite useful. But that's also quite a ways away. Okay, there's an independence faction that is apparently forming, and the King of Hungary is the major person in this. We could give him a tidy sum. We have a 0% chance of succeeding this. We could gain 12 dread. He would just be imprisoned. A 100% chance? I mean, it's an opinion malice. But one I think we can take. He's imprisoned. Wonderful. And we'll just allow that malice to tick down over time. So our development here is 13% now. Our heir came of age, and he is currently betrothed to the daughter of Queen Gulbis. That's fine. They're now married. Yeah, we'll leave that be. Now, I do want to see... This daughter is actually free now. Quick question. He's still unmarried. So I want it to be our daughter. He's 9. He would not accept this. But I want it matrilineal. Or no, I don't want a matrilineal. He wouldn't accept this because he doesn't want an alliance because he's a different faith. Fair enough. But it was worth a try. Okay, in that case, we need to... We could ransom this guy back to himself for 200 gold. I don't think that's worth it, though. I think keeping him in prison is a good thing, for now anyway. We could demand some payments from this duke... And I shall. As well as this duke. He doesn't... Or actually, she doesn't have enough to pay. And that's a countess, not a duke. Okay, fair enough. We'll just continue for now. Although I do want to find someone here sorted by alliance power. Okay. It'll get us an alliance anyway. Our logging camps were just completed over here. So we need to think about perhaps upgrading these. Temple buildings construction cost minus 5%. I mean, it also gives us a building construction time reduction. Wait, how far can we upgrade this? Oh, it shows in here. Forest glassworks must be constructed first. Tilled fields, blah, blah, blah. Charcoal burners. The manorialism innovation. Okay. Windmills innovation. Yeah. So these are going to require innovations. That's expected. I think we're going to hold off on upgrading that for right now. And we are instead... going to save up a little bit until we can get our royal armories. This is going to require castle baileys and royal armory. Where is castle baileys and royal armory? I'm assuming that's in high and late medieval. Yeah, castle baileys, royal armory. As expected. Sounds good. Well, for now, I'm going to go ahead and put a cut in here. You can leave your offerings to the engagement gods in the form of likes, comments, subscribes, and bell ringings, and I will see you all next time.